If you got a question, use the raise hand function or hit me in the chat. Paul Boyd, you want to go ahead and lead us off?
Sorry, had to unmute. Apologies.
Bingo card.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I get it. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Talk about just can you talk about Slocum, I guess, to start with, and you know, did you feel like that put any maybe undue pressure on Dungey?
I don't know. Not on Dungey. Did on me because
Okay.
I didn't handle it very well. I got I wasn't as ready to play the game. We didn't know until right before the shoot around today. It's a non-COVID, nothing, no injury that happened in practice. And I was a little bit rattled just because we've been working on a game plan. And then, you know, you get to shoot around and you don't have that game plan. I didn't do a very good job of being prepared, but Chelsea and Amber calmed it down. I thought Michaela was really good. Jalen Mason, you know, I've said before, you could tell Jalen Mason that she's playing the 5 tonight for 40 minutes and is going to have to guard their 5 player, and she'll do it. So the kids were fine. It was all me. It took me some time to settle in and find some mismatches, find some driving lanes for Chelsea to isolate and take advantage of. And then once you find it, it's just a matter of making sure you don't do something stupid like stop going to it. You know, like getting bored with success or trying to outthink the game. Just keep going at what's working. But nothing, the kids were phenomenal. And I thought they handled it. You know, we've settled in. I just saying last week about how I thought our rotation and our roles had been so clearly identified. And then you take out, you know, a second or third leading scorer and a 35-minute-a-night kid and a good ball defender. You had the makings of an opportunity to not show up and play well. You know, you had the delay, you had a lot of different things that you could have made an excuse about, but man, our kids, just like always, just show up and battle, and it's going to be tough, and it's going to be a fight, and we got some fighters.
Is it fair to call it an illness? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
You got it.
Steve, you got anything?
You've seen it before, but how special is it for Chelsea Dungey to just put up 38 points like that? And you've seen it before, but in the SEC to do it consistently like she does.
Man, I don't want to ever take it for granted, Steve. You know, you don't ever want to take it for granted because it's so hard to do against defenses that are down there that are scouting. You know, they got coaches that are scouting, and they got game plans to not let that happen. And it's written down, and then to go out and just to be able to do it consistently. You know, when she crossed the 2,000 point barrier, we talked about consistency. But big games when it's needed the most, I think is what I'm going to remember about her. You know, the most is that those 38s and 41s and 37s they're not coming against schools that we had to pay money to come in here and play against. These are SEC caliber, and obviously Ole Miss is coming off a win against Kentucky and Alabama, and they're certainly gaining respect in our league that they so richly deserve. But for her to do that consistently, man, let's not ever take it for granted.
Paul, you got anything?
Sure. Can you talk about Amber? I mean, that was one thing that might get lost in all this.
Yeah.
She just seemed like found something in the mid range and just kept going to it.
You know, there's a lot of nights she'll draw the defender that the other people might be trying to hide a little bit, and she's so good at making them wrong. You know, I told her I might need her for 40 because she was going to be the backup point guard, which she has played, I think, 2 possessions of all year. She's the same way. Coach, I'm good. Just get me in some stuff I like to run. And, you know, when Matt got in foul trouble, it was probably a few more minutes at the point than I think what we had planned for. But, you know, she thinks the game at another level, coming over saying, hey, Coach, I saw this last play, could do this. And I said, stop asking me. Just start doing it, you know. But I think for them to step up for Destiny, you know, they know how hard it is on her not to be able to be here and play and be here for them. I thought it was great of those guys to say, Coach, we got this. We're good. And we led for all but 15 seconds tonight. And I think that I'm not sure we've done that all year long.
Steve, go ahead if you got anything else.
heavy minutes and now the quick turnaround.
NCAA tournament, that's what we told them. We said with this Friday, Sunday, that's what's going to happen at the NCAA tournament in a couple months or a month. You're going to play a game, you're going to get a day off, you're going to rack up and do it again. So good preparation for us. But Sully, their legs, we've been working on it since August, not putting load on their legs. We took 4 days off last week. 4. And I don't think I've ever been a part of a team that took 4 days off with a month to play. But we did, because that's the confidence that we've got in them. We were a little sluggish coming out. So I think we've got the best athletic training staff in the country. They'll get there and get them ready. And I don't think our kids will even think they're tired because what they've been doing since August.
Paul, you got anything else?
Would any idea on Slocum for Sunday, or is that a no-go, or a who knows?
It's a no idea. Yeah, it's a no idea. It's not I don't know, and I'm not telling you. We don't.
Right.
She wasn't able. She just doesn't feel well enough to even be outside right now. So it's not COVID, because we did get our COVID test back. So we're hopeful that it's not maybe a late arriving one. We think she had already had it. She had tested for the antibodies. So I will just say she just wasn't feeling good. And a competitor like that, when you can tell, and you could tell, she wanted to be here so bad. She wanted to try, but she just couldn't do it. So that's why you have a full team. And she, I think she knew she's such a competitor. She knew that she needed to do what she could do now so that we can get her when we can most need her down the stretch.
I'm good.
Anything
Thanks.
else, Chris?
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.